What's up, everybody, and welcome to the 27th episode of Sports Talk with Whitney B. Y'all, I'm already fumbling over my words because I have a special guest today. I told y'all it's been a long time coming. My special guest is here. I will introduce him in a minute. So without further ado, y'all, let's get this show started. And welcome to the 27th episode of Sports Talk with Whitney B, the Special Lions Sports Edition. Y'all, before we start our Special Lions show, I just want to shout out Michigan and Michigan State. Y'all, our boys are 5-0. Michigan pulled it out against Wisconsin. That was a close game. Well, it should have been a close game for them, but Michigan did what they was going to do. And shout out to Kay McNamara, Blake Corum, Hassan Haskins. They did their thing. And over at Michigan State, man, I'm telling you, they made Western Kentucky, what do you mean, number one passer in all of college football? They made that man look crazy, even though he did play hurt. I just wanted to shout out Michigan and Michigan State right quick. They did move up in rankings. Michigan is now number 9. Michigan State is number 11. I told y'all they started off unranked, but them boys is moving up the chart. Actually, the Big Ten got about six of the top 11 teams. So shout out to the Big Ten in general. Now, guys, let's start the best portion of the show. I want to introduce to some and present to others our special guest today. We have Detroit Lions superfan Lion Mane, or Lion Mane. It's Lion Mane. Let me not mess his name up, butcher it already before he be like, show's over. So what's up, Lion Mane?
What up, everybody out there in Whitney land?
In Whitney land.
What's going
So,
on?
y'all, I've been talking about him for forever. Actually, I was trying to get my previous employer, the news, to interview him. Just being a known Lions superfan, it's not like, oh, we are Lions fans, rah, rah, rah. Like, the Lions know him. He know them. They cool. He in a new up-and-coming coloring book coming out for the Lions. So, y'all, this is deep and this is real. Like, I'm so excited to have him on the show. He like, no, I'm excited. No, I'm excited.
Definitely excited.
Thank you.
Yeah, we feeling good. We excited. Unfortunately, the team is not giving us much of excitement right now, but that's in the near future, hopefully, before we roll over.
Okay, so you do think they can eventually turn it around, huh?
Yes, anything is possible. I mean, new coach, new regime, new system, new players.
Young team.
Very young, second
Right.
youngest team in the NFL.
I think the oldest is what, like 25 or 24 or something?
Well, between Brockers and I want to say Brockers is 31, and then I think we got it. Well, Jamie Collins was up there in age. I think he might have been 31, 32. So, I mean, but overall, 26 I think is the average age, 26 to 27 years old, second youngest team in the NFL. Got to go through the growing pains again in Detroit.
I know. I'm so tired of like the whole, we're going through a rebuild. Actually, I don't know why. My brain is going to click off sometimes. But the Tigers going through their rebuild. Look at them.
Yeah, it took a couple of years, too.
Yes.
It took a couple, more than a couple of years. I want to say at least 4 before we was hanging around that wild card spot. And now, look at us. We was hitting on all cylinders this year, and hopefully we can keep going up next year as well.
Right. I want to know, so how long actually, I'm going to just ask you a few questions and then we can get into it. How long have you been like diehard fan, Lions fan, super fan?
Since 2003. I've always been a Lions fan, though, with the family from Michigan, whether it's Michigan State, the Tigers, Michigan, Saginaw Valley. Shout out to Saginaw Valley.
Woo, woo. Homecoming next week.
So like the family, always Detroit sports, Detroit Pistons. So, I always had my ear to the Lions. My uncle was a big diehard. The family was a diehard Lions fan. So, never just didn't like the Lions, just didn't push for them as much as I did. Probably about 2003 when Chuck got to Detroit, Charles Rogers. So, we had a off the wall, somewhat relationship where you wouldn't think that we were cool, but we kicked it a lot. So rest in peace to my boy Chuck, man.
Yes.
So yeah.
So you've been dressing up as the Lions since
2000 and this is my sixth season. So 2015 or 2016 of September. All I know is I remember we opened up against the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, okay.
And then we won 37-35 off a field goal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was a good game. It was a bad company in the stadium, but it was a good finish. That's for sure.
That's good. I'm always, now that I know you, I'm always looking for you on TV. Like, is they gonna put him on the screen? I was definitely looking for you this past Chicago game.
I be chill. Like I'm just like I'm chill now. Like how we kick. Hey, what you need? I got you. Like it's hard it's really hard. People don't understand. Like being a black super fan is sometimes difficult in some of the areas I attend. I mean, it's just like being out on the streets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, so I just try to, knowing that I go to more away games than I do home games, I try to keep the narrative down in my area or the section calm. Like I don't try to get out. I enjoy my money, you know, I enjoy myself, but at the same time, you know, I have to be wise.
Right.
I am outnumbered.
Right.
And I don't want my character to be caught on no camera or
Acting
somebody's
no fool.
phone.
Right.
So I pray. I do a lot.
Right.
I do a lot of praying. I keep my earpiece in my ear. So I'm listening to the game on the radio as it's going, because before I would hear so many people taunt me. And yeah, after 60 minutes or even after 30 minutes, you know, that it gets irritating.
Right.
It's like that mosquito in your ear and you can't
wanna,
get it, you know. So I put the radio in one ear and I'm pretty much listening to it either on the radio or on TV while I'm watching it, just to keep myself from hearing the negative stuff, to take your this, that, and the third to Detroit and sit your this down. And so I be praying and Lord, keep me sane. So that's another thing. That's why I don't let down or, you know, have my tailgate and I don't loosen up
too much.
I just keep 10 toes down in the game. At the same time, you know, I know where I come from. We can get it on. We can get it on to the break of dawn.
Okay. I saw a meme on the internet the other day that said being from Detroit will make you feel safe in any city you in. I think that's just Michigan, period, though. Like, it really do. Like, I literally travel and want to be in the hood. My husband be like, why do you want to go? It's just because the hood is something good to me. And then I get there like, their grass is green and cut. This isn't hood.
Yeah. But see, I think the diversity of us as black folks is that we know how to make those adjustments.
Right.
And not necessarily not be yourself, but at the same
just
time,
act accordingly.
Like if it's raining outside, you put a raincoat on. That doesn't make you crazy because you made that adjustment. It's just because you don't want to get wet. So I'm not about to. It's a lot of challenging things that come with when they realize I'm a black super fan. So I'm sorry I didn't dress up for y'all. I told her I was gonna give her the straight authentic.
No, we wanted the straight authentic you because this show today is going to get nitty and gritty. We might not say everything people want to hear, and that's okay. You know,
I'm fine with that.
Exactly.
I don't have a filter, but I will respect it.
Right. So we're going to jump into the show, y'all. Today's show title, if you are watching via video, you can see it at the top of the screen. If not, I will tell everybody. It is called What's Up with the Lions? Can They Turn It Around? I personally feel like, I don't know, like I always jump on the Lions bandwagon. I swear they was going to win this game against Chicago. I mean, what was it? But I don't know. So let's start with you, Aaron. Like, what do you think? Do you think the Lions is going to turn this around? Like,
I mean, I'm hoping every year. I really thought that the first three games that we were going upward. We were trending upward. And I know we're going to have bad games. Like I said, we have a team that's never played some snaps together, and they still trying to get chemistry and, you know, the limited of practice or preseasons or a big evaluation factor, I think. I mean, from the roster cut going from the 30-man cut, the last cut, like that was a big They had to evaluate a lot. I think we missed a couple of gems in our evaluation. I think it was a couple of guys that we should have kept. But at the same time, you know, they professionals. They know better than we do. So that's why they getting paid the big bucks. But from a fan standpoint, I think I hope that bruise that we took in Chicago because we lost a couple of key starters. I hope we can bounce back from that and spank on Minnesota because that would be a very good conference booster. If we go 0-3 in the division right now, then we gotta play some real hard ball in our conference games to try to even get that. What is it?
Confidence,
8-9.
yeah.
Try to get at least 8-9, maybe the wild card because they got the 17 coming in there. So
Okay.
I mean, it's still hope,
It's hope, but
still hope.
I don't know about the playoffs this year.
It's still
Just
hope.
by the way they playing, like the coach
Still
calling
hope.
Anthony Lynn, somebody needs to go ahead
Still some hope.
and
look.
knock him upside the head because what kind of play call? Like, I don't know, like that Minnesota defense though. This last game, I was looking at it yesterday and I was like, "Woo."
They stopped.
Cleveland looked good though, but
Yeah.
the Minnesota defense, like the Lions, and I will say truthfully over these last 4 games, the Lions defense has definitely improved, especially losing, players like when it comes to number 3 Jeff Okuda. It's hard to evaluate him simply because he don't play. He's injured, So as a Lions fan, it's like, oh, we wasted our number 3 pick for real.
Right.
But like this season with Penei Sewell, I really feel like they should leave him on the left side. Go ahead and throw Taylor Decker on the right because it really does not make sense to put this man, take him out of his natural playing position, and he sucked during preseason. You're going to have hit or miss games. He's new. It's not like, oh, okay, well, Sunday's game really was horrible. It was horrible. Penei Sewell definitely could have did a lot better, but I feel like over time and with, growth, he will do better. So I really feel like we should leave him there. But as far as like the playoffs, I just don't know. I don't know if the offense is quite ready for that. Like, I don't even know if it's the offense because I do agree with you. We could get there. I think it's the bullshit play calling that's getting us nowhere.
Right. I mean, like I said, the adjustments need to be made. You can't make adjustments if you don't play. So I think the more reps they get, like you said, you got at least 7 rookies maybe starting on our defense. So once they get the reps and get up to speed of the game and it starts slowing down for them, because I don't understand when they be like, oh, it doesn't seem no different in college. I really don't be understanding that answer when they get asked those questions. It's like, no, this is a big these guys. Some of these guys getting paid and they not trying to make it to that. They already seasoned,
right?
So I think that it can trend up. It still can trend up. I still hold no hope, but I'm definitely revoking some of my frequent flyer passes because I'm sorry, I just have to.
They need you. I think they look up in the stands. They see you.
They may see me, but I might even be asleep up in there sometimes with my glasses on. No, sometimes I do though. I take a little.
We was at the home opener. I was so disappointed to see everybody start getting up like, damn, halftime just ended. But it was like my section I was in kind of cleared out. And as soon as the section cleared out, here go the Lions cutting up. I was like, oh, my God, people are missing this. Like,
bro,
I don't know. I think I'm just like all the way to the end.
Yes.
That's what I love.
That's why welcome to the underground. She is a part of the underground.
Yes.
We are like some of the most authentic fans you'll ever meet. Not saying we're taking anything from any other person's fandom, but at the same time, we give it to you in a different perspective. We gonna go to the end, like she said. We're gonna go to the end. We're gonna fight hard. Like I said, she don't see playoffs, but I am being optimistic and saying, hey, playoffs. Like, I still hope for the best for us. It's just like that one kid you got that make D's all the time. And you trying to get them right, and you trying to get them right, but you still hope they can get that C. I hope you can get that B. So at the same time, like that's a main reason why I don't do home games. It's just because if I feel like if I'm going to war with you and my fandom, and I'm not telling you to meet my level of fandom. I'm not saying that you have to be a super fan to be on my status. Like I'm a goldfish in the ocean at the end of the day. I just like if I'm gonna cheer with you and I'm gonna run with you, I'm gonna run with you with everything we got.
Right.
So, but if you giving up, I just don't want that energy.
Right.
I want to, like I said, I'd rather go to a road game and get called out my name by everybody in the world and stand alone than to be in the house of the Ford and Gotta
just watch people give up so easily.
That just be
like, what you wasting your money for?
I mean, but hey, at the end of the day, I had to realize, hey, say it's your money. However you want to spend it. If you want to sit in there and get drunk, if you want to sit in there and talk and trash talk to folks, and it's however you want to do it. But just don't touch me. That's it.
I told my husband about this LA game. I said,
man,
this is gonna be something like weird. Just going into Matthew Stafford Stadium, and these LA fans are relentless. I'm like, what if we get into an argument, or what if somebody do this, and I'm still like, I'm gonna be there to the end, because at the end of the day, Matthew Stafford was our quarterback for so long. Like, I feel like some people should feel like that about Jared Goff there, like this Sunday night game with Tom Brady over in Boston, like. People was booing him, okay, but he did get a standing ovation because it's like Tom Brady. Would y'all be diehard fans if it wasn't for that many championships and stuff like that? Like, you still have to respect the quarterback who got you to where you were. Like, we had some good winning seasons with Matthew Stafford under Jim Caldwell, and I'm going to always respect Matthew Stafford.
Right.
So it's like going into the Rams game, I'm like, well, I want to go because I want to see Matthew. He's doing good. He took his first L this weekend against Arizona, but he will be back this Thursday. Short turnaround. I'm excited about that Seattle game. Thursday night football is always hype.
Thursday night football is a good way to start the weekend.
Yes.
And then especially with we got college football back, but at the same time, I just think everybody wants to be a winner. Don't nobody want to go through. Like I said, we've been going. I mean, like I said, I made a post last week, and I just said I just don't know how people been sticking with the Lions as long, because sometimes it just hurts so much you want to just really, really give up. But at the same time, just imagine about the people that may turn over in their grave if something was to happen special here in Detroit, or the people like yourself and myself, just from staying loyal, just staying passionate and believing, and not getting no alternate teams and stuff. Like everybody, everybody has their preference.
I love my Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. I mean, he's from Michigan. He played at Michigan, so I get it for all the Michigan, the M University folks. I got to start some mess with y'all a little bit, but
I know you. Hey, Kenneth Walker is a beast.
Kenneth Walker is a gem.
I never, ever was like, oh, I got to go home and watch this Michigan State game. Oh, I got to watch this. Like, now today I'm like, okay, we got to watch Michigan and Michigan State. We got to do both. Like,
he
Kenneth Walker definitely has.
He's making a name for himself, that's
and
for sure.
Peyton Thorne. Peyton Thorne is a beast.
They've got
all of them. Mel Tucker, I was telling my husband, he looked like he cussed himself out in his head on the sidelines. Like, he really be battling with what these players gonna do, or if they piss him off. I don't know. I would be afraid to play for Mel Tucker. I don't know.
You could definitely see the determination from year one to year two. You could see the determination. Like, I mean, like I said, man, I don't want to make it into a color situation, but don't nobody want to give us a chance when certain things, I mean, like, it's hard as hell just to come out the gate and get the respect and from our peers, what I'm saying? But like I said, and I say it all the time, as easily as they could build you up, as quick as they could tear you down.
Exactly.
So, if you stay in control of who you are and what you do and what you stand for, you can build that respect. Like I stayed faithful to what I needed to do to put myself in this position right here. I'm not no puppet for nobody.
Right.
I'm still a grown man at the end of the day, and I still go to work and spend my money, my hard-earned working money to enjoy myself. But at the same time, I'm also going to respect the things that you choose to do and how you choose to do them. And I don't ask you to do that from me, but at the same time, it's going to show.
Right.
So, I'm a reflection of what I am. So
I love that. Like, I think, too, when it comes to the Lions, like, looking at the Lions this season, okay, so we had horrible Matt Patricia. It's like, I think the firing of Jim Caldwell was super premature. I feel like they thought they was bringing in Matt Patricia and he was like some kind of savior or whatever. I don't know. But I don't think it was really time to truly let Jim Caldwell go. Now, would Jim Caldwell be the Lions coach today? Who knows? But I feel like just jumping into the situation with with Fat Matt, that wasn't it for us. It's like the locker room changed. You could see the sideline, like all of that. Like as a fan, you could feel that, you know.
Right.
Today, I tell y'all all the time, I love Jamal Williams. Like Jamal Williams should definitely be the face of the Lions. And it's crazy because this man comes from Green Bay. Like, who would think they have that much character to even have someone like Jamal Williams? But like he said, they dumped him. The Lions is his new girlfriend.
Yeah.
We taking them out to dinners, and I'm happy.
Yeah, if they would utilize him more in the second half.
Yeah, they should have. Like, who in the hell, as a play caller, you on 4th and freaking 1, and you empty the backfield and throw the ball to the damn sideline for what? Like, Jamal Williams is what, averaging like almost 5 carries or something, 4 point something carries. Why not give him the ball and at least get the first down? Like, what kind of play calling is this? And then it's like, oh, we have young coaches and new coaches. Like, nah, bump that. Like, that's some stupid stuff. Like, week to week to week, we can't keep forgiving that as fans. Like, at some point, you got to realize it's not the player, it's the damn play calling.
It could be a lot of things in there too. You know, like I said, they just have to execute, learn how to continue to stay consistent in executing. Like, I think that's the biggest problem that we have right now, like our execution with our play calling. So on top of that, it's like fundamental football. You know what to do in certain coverages. Like, you've been playing football for a long time. So, like, I think sometimes they get in a position where they're overthinking. I think that's why Jelani Tavai didn't pan out here, because he was overthinking. I think you know what? I really think if Jared Davis was in our scheme right now, we would probably be a lot better. Just because we need that extra speed, that sideline to sideline. Yeah. We don't have that cover speed. And then, like, with our corners being so young,
it hurt.
They getting dominated by some real good talent.
Yeah.
You know, but
and they're shutting some real good talent down. You know what I'm saying? Like, and during the Baltimore game, before the game, you know, it was Green Bay coming off that loss from Green Bay. We're going into Baltimore. I said it in my show. What we have to do is stop the run. And the Lions did definitely just that. Like, they stopped Lamar Jackson from running. They shut the run down.
Shut it down.
So it was really good defense, and the defense is doing good. It's just, like you said, it's like we just need a few key pieces to just, like, shoot the lineup. You know, like how Parsons is doing with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Right. Like, this rookie is literally leading the whole fucking defense.
Detroit could have had him. But
yes, we could have. We're not going to talk about the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, though. We got to deal with what we got now and figure out, because we shouldn't have had Okuda. Like, that's the thing. But we got his hurt ass, and this is where we at with it.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, man, the transition, everybody can't make it. You know, like, you can have college players that be good in hell in college, and then when they get out of college and try to make that transition, some of it be probably too overwhelming for them.
Right, you got the money, agents, women,
all that.
The game. You know what was funny is we was listening to the commentators right before the Chicago game, and they were saying, "Oh, Justin Fields made it his business to read the playbook." And I'm, like, joking to my husband, like, he should have been read the playbook. Like, when he was drafted, like, that should have been top of the list. But to be honest, going from the game last week to the game against the Lions, you could definitely see that he studied. Like, he did what he needed to do. It's crazy for everybody who wanted the Lions to draft Justin Fields. It's like, this really wasn't the game to go in, and then, you know, it's probably leaving a sour taste, but I really do feel like we have a gem in Sewell. And it's just, you know, like you keep saying, over time, like, this season, you know, we can get decent draft picks. We got the Rams draft picks. If Matthew Stafford continue to do whatever he's going to do, we're going to have a very low first-round pick. But we do got 2 first-round picks this next season and 2 for the following season. So I really feel like in the drafts coming up, we see what Brad Holmes can do, right? Brad Holmes did his thing in L.A. They was missing a few pieces there, traded for Matthew Stafford. The team, it looks well-rounded. A lot of that is from Brad Holmes doing what he had to do as a GM. So now that we have him, I really feel like he know what he's doing. And really, by the next seasons, like, we could really get better, but we have to do better on play calling and like you said, just the execution and the going through. Like I feel like these players need extra practice. Not to not to be mean. Hear me out. Not to be mean and just work, but just to gain a chemistry with one another. Like Jared Goff really needs to like do extra work with the wide receivers that he has. It's like at this point, do we feel like Jared Goff is going to be here forever? I mean, he could if he works for it. Like right now, it's looking like he know he'll be sitting on the bench as a backup quarterback somewhere, and that's not the spirit of a Lion.
Right.
Like that one pride spirit is we really going to be out here biting kneecaps. Like Dan Campbell had us all rah-rah and shit. I still got that. I'm with it. Rah! So I feel like the team has to show us that. Like, and it doesn't look like they go to their practices and then I'm out. You know, you might come over. We're going to have brisket or whatever. Maybe watch some Remember the Titans. Who knows? But
this system just has to be implemented. We've never had a system in Detroit. Like, we always turning over every 2.5. Like, I looked it up. I think we had 28 coaches in, I want to say 80 years. I want to say it was 28 coaches. It might have been 28 coaches in 70 years. So that's like an average of like a coach every 3 years.
right.
So like you can't build well, I can't say you can't do it. It just haven't been proven
It's hard.
to be done.
Right.
Like if you don't stick to a consistent system and implement something. See, right now we got social media, we got media bashing, we got podcasting. Like, just look at all this stuff that we got, technology to inform people or to persuade people how to feel and how to think.
Right.
Look how we reacted yesterday when Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp was down. Like, people didn't know what to do with themselves.
That's weird.
So
I didn't even.
So just
my husband told me I wasn't even on it.
Yeah. So just imagine how many people get influenced. We outside, y'all. We is outside. But yeah, we gonna make it do what it do. So, but at the same time, like I said, once we get a system built in to the point to where we can have some things going, and the coaching staff, if the coaching staff can stay for at least 4 years together without somebody going to take, like, we just need some consistency.
Right.
Like I said, you can't keep building and then tearing down and building again and then tear down. Like, you're never gonna see no outcome or nothing.
I think that's the true reason why they really let Matthew Stafford go.
But
too many coaches, too many systems.
Well, I think he decided to leave because he just he's up in age and he didn't see.
Win.
Yeah, he just the same. Nothing to take away from him and his talent or Calvin Johnson or Barry. Like it's a lot of inside stuff that go on with it, But at the same time, like if the top not trying to make a stand for the organization instead of just filling up the seats. And, we always use an excuse that they got tires and they got cars, they don't care about, this, that, and the third. I mean, but we really don't know. But at the end of the day, it has been, I want to say, I'm not taking a shot at the management, but I think the management also pays attention more so to the media.
Right.
And they probably, just like me sitting in the stands and somebody calling me this and calling me that. Like, after a while, it gets tiring. So, all right, just blow the whole thing up.
Right.
And compared to just staying stern and saying, hey, look, we're going to build this thing up. And I think Miss Sheila is.
I think she's doing her thing.
I think she's trying to do something different from her parents.
And I think she's doing good.
I think she. I mean, I hate to see her get booed during the ceremony.
That was on account of her parents.
But
what's messed up, that should have been Martha and them, but she had to take it for the team.
She took it for the team, but at the same time, that's just how we shouldn't do in Detroit. But who am I then to say what we should do in Detroit?
Well, I do think that they owe Calvin Johnson, just Calvin Johnson to come. This man used to be triple team and would still catch the ball. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So for y'all, he literally is playing. All his fingers is turning to another direction. And y'all talking about you owe me money and all of this. Like, he go to the Hall of Fame. I really commend Calvin Johnson. Let's send some claps. I commend Calvin Johnson for this video that he just put out when he just recently thanked the fans.
Okay.
He thanked Rob Marinelli and Jim Caldwell and Jim Schwartz. He thanked his teammates. We didn't get that thank you during the Hall of Fame speech, but as a fan, it's like you kind of understand because it's like the team, the organization is really like, that was chump change, and y'all, and they still ain't even gave him his money back, So I think that the boos really came from that. Like at the end of the day, Lions fans have become so emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like this team, like we hold on to the best that we can. Like we have Barry Sanders, he'll always be a Lions legend. Calvin Johnson will go down, he will always be that Lion legend. My man Jason Hanson, the Golden Toe legend. And it's like these people we want to protect like they are family.
Right.
And so as a fan, it's like you played my cousin.
Right. It's it can go so many different ways, I think. Like I tried to look at it from different angles. Because I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, like they are the business people. We just for the spectators. And I think that if I went to work Monday through Wednesday and I know I get paid every day by the hour, I know if I don't go to work Thursday and Friday without putting in any PTO, I don't get paid. But it's still my job. So I'm hired to do my job, and I know how much I get paid an hour, and I know how much I get. I know what my check should be on Fridays if I don't do overtime. But at the same time, like you signed the contract, you said you was available to play. You didn't. I mean, that's just like you paid somebody to come finish your house, and they say, okay, well, look, you know what, you paid me. I'm done with your house. I'm done building your house. You like, wait a minute, I paid you already. So aren't you gonna feel some type of way? And I'm trying to look at. I'm not saying that.
He want us to be beefing.
But I'd be trying to look at it from the people that say, yeah.
Right, no, I get
and
it.
I try
It's
to
a
look at,
contract,
because I want to make myself understand, like, how would I feel? Like, how would I feel? Like, if I went and said, hey, look, man, I'm gonna come sit at your podcast, and then I'm be like, all right, I'm gone now. And you like, wait, the show ain't over.
Right.
But I just
wrap it up.
And that's probably how they looked at it.
Right.
But then he looking at it like, well, hey, look, man, I done broke 5 toes for you. I done broke 7 fingers for you. Like I done gave the city of Detroit my all. So I can understand as an athlete, like I done gave y'all my all, and I never complained. But at the same time, I've been saying this for a long time. We need that type of player in Detroit. We need that Ndamukong Suh again in Detroit.
Right.
We need that nastiness. We need that Rasheed Wallace here again. Yeah. That's the only way. Because we need somebody to be more of a vocal
that's
point.
Our culture.
We don't need no. Yeah. I'm not telling people how to be, but that's us. That's Detroit. We need. If you think we the bad boys, yeah, you see how we won it when we was the bad boys. Like we need some type of somebody to give us that. Yeah, come on, let's do this. Right. Instead of being like, hey, look, I don't care. I'm gonna do all I can, get my incentives. And I'm not saying that's what Calvin or Matthew or John Matthew is what I call him. I don't call him Matthew Stafford anymore because he left Detroit. But anyway, we don't John need those. We don't need those because that's his first name, John Matthew. Matthew is his middle name. We just need some. We need some leadership, basically. Some real structured leadership where people gonna be. We need that. That Terrell Owens.
Yes.
We need that type. We need that. Like a real.
He
vocal.
Was saying he wanted to come back too.
Of Dez Bryant. We need some controversy players in Detroit.
I'd rather have Beckham Jr. than Dez. Well, Beckham, he is like.
He didn't calm down though.
I was just about to say he ain't super quiet.
He ain't like how he's not how he's used to be. But like me personally, Ndamukong Suh, if you would have came back to Detroit, we missed you, bro. We shout out to Ingham to his sister. What up? Yeah. So yeah, we just need somebody with some real vocal leadership. That's not afraid to, stand up and then put people on his back because, you can be a leader and get the other 10 to come ride with you. We just be having too many church boys on our squad. And nothing taken away from our squads. It's just I'm looking for that leader. Who is that design leader? I mean, every good team has a Tom Brady or a good team with a Tom Brady or Michael Jordan or LeBron James or Kobe Bryant. Look at all these different players that, demanded.
Right.
The best out of their players or the people that they played with.
Right.
We don't have that in Detroit.
So what do you think the Lions, like going forward the rest of the season, going into Minnesota, then next week after Minnesota you have the Rams. Going into these tough games with these great defense defenses, what do you think the Lions need to do, or what should they do to try to turn it around and start getting the W?
Well, if they really not trying to tank at this point, maybe it's gonna be determined after this.
Well, we do not want to be the first team in NFL history to go 0-17.
Man, that's what I'm saying. But at the same time, if we can pull a rabbit out of a hat this weekend, remember Detroit Lions, Everson Griffin is still in the Minnesota Vikings, and at 33 years old, he plays still hungry. Just remember that name. If they can go ahead and execute, regardless of how bad the play calling may be Sunday. If it is bad, who knows? We might play. We might have the right playbook dialed up for Sunday,
right,
against the Minnesota Vikings. We don't know that. It's any given Sunday, so we can take care of business Sunday. It's still a little light cracking through the clouds a little bit for this team to build confidence, and even if they don't get to the playoffs, at least build some momentum going into next season.
Right.
But the season should have been started. Like, it really has to start now. This is about to be your third division game.
Right.
You need to get something going here. You need to make a statement. You don't want to continue to stay at the bottom of the barrel, and then the young players. Like, we got a guy barking about playing time. I seen that. I don't know how true that was. Jefferson,
yeah.
So I don't know how. Like I said, we look at the media, but we don't really know. He haven't came out and said it wasn't true or not. But these are the things we have to think about as fans. Like, is our team for real?
Right.
Is our team want to be for real?
Okay.
Or do they want to go get these 2 draft picks next year? Or,
right.
Don't lift me up and then let me fall down type stuff. So that's where I'm at. Detroit just needs to execute. If they really want to win, I would hope that's the mindset Dan Campbell is giving them. Like, come on, give it all you got, and not just say, hey, look, do the best that you can.
Right.
That the best that you can. You're out of 300 and some athletes, you were the best athlete to be drafted into the NFL, compared to the other 31 teams. Like,
right.
Come on, like let's give our fan base something to cheer about this Sunday.
Right.
I'm not going in the game either. Yes. I go, oh yeah, if you ever on the schedule every year in Minnesota, if you want to come kick it with the VWO, shout out to the VWO, give them a clap for me. They're my guys. Come to Minnesota. It's always good times in Minnesota. I'm not gonna sit here and say we win as tailgating and all that other stuff. I just told somebody else that I don't want nobody else to tell me like we win as tailgaters. We always win as friends. Like, anytime we link up, anytime we collaborate, we always win in that. So we don't have to explain that. But at the same time, if you want to have a good time, come to Minnesota. Every year when the Lions go to Minnesota, we have a ball. VWO shows us mad love. We are the North, so we get it in Minnesota for the weekend.
Okay, so before I close the show out, do you have anything you want to say? If you don't have anything to say, definitely tell people where they can follow you and all of that good stuff. But, go ahead, let us know.
Okay, you can get me on Lion Mane, LIONMANE _37 on Instagram. You can do the same on Twitter, but instead of, you can do BIGLIONMANE _37 on Twitter, and you could just type Big Lion Mane on Facebook and Snapchat. Yeah. And then I think that's it. I think I only got 4 platforms. I
got all these platforms, but I can't even keep up with it.
Right.
So, but do you have anything to say, like anything about the Lions? Check him out. Let him know how they can get you in that book for the Lions.
You go to my Instagram, and it's in one of my posts. I don't know his link per se.
What I'll do is I'll get the link and I'll post it in the show. It'll be on my website, or I'll post the link in the YouTube video. So if you guys want to get the link, I will have it posted in the video on YouTube.
Appreciate it. Yeah, it's no, I really don't have. I mean, I want to thank you for coming to. This is like the first Garage Life. We kicked it and we did something different. I told her, I said I wanted to do something authentic. Like, I don't want it to be like we feeling like it's staged. Like, this is the best for me, for my comfort level. And she made the adjustment.
Mine too.
Yeah, like, I just wanted, like, we have we kicking it, we chilling. So nevertheless, continue to stay who you are, stay true to who you are. You need to make adjustments in life. Make those adjustments for yourself. You don't have to do that for everybody else, but pay attention all the way around the board. That's the only way I think that you can learn without being judgmental, if you pay attention to the things around you, because then you'll know. You would have seen it for yourself instead of just going by what somebody else said. So love yourself.
Right.
If you having any situations or complications mentally, thank God I kept myself here this year. I had a mental breakdown. So if you have any suicidal thoughts or any type of things or stress or pressures of the world, please don't hesitate to ask for help. I thank God for saving my soul, because it was I definitely was giving up this year, and I'm pursuing my vision, just to continue to give back. Everybody can't be helped, so at this certain time, because everybody not asking for help at certain situations. But if you can give back to people, or some encouraging words, or just being there to listen to people, do the best that you can. And then, like I said, if you need help, get on the mental health hotlines, 1-800. I'm sure it's a lot of them. Get on there. Talk to somebody. If you're a pastor, your church, a bum on a person that's not well off in the streets. How about that? I won't even say a bum. Just reach out to people. The best communication is the biggest factor that I had to make adjustment in my life before I thought about taking my own. So get help. Speak up. Get some help. Yes. You ain't got to tell everybody your whole business or everything, but just get to a point to where you can start letting some of that air out. Right. And stay as long as possible on this earth, for sure. Much love.
You got the good word on us there at the end. Thank you.
Much love. Oh yeah, and shout out to Buena Vista, Saginaw Buena Vista. Shout out to the UG. Shout out to Whitney Sports Talk. Shout out to everybody that makes this possible. Her husband Lloyd. Everybody, my kids, my family, the wife, everything. Shout out to everybody that keeps us going every day. Yes, behind the scenes. That keep us smiling, laughing.
We can't do this without y'all.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's basically it. Much love to everybody that tune in. Much love to everybody that's out there in the world.
All right, y'all. So as always, I close the store with my shop. You can get your Sports Talk with Whitney B shirts. They are still up. And I have a few left. Go to mywhitneyb.com/shop. You can see the website there on video. If not, it is mywhitneyb.com/shop. And as always, check us out. Anything you need to see under the Rocky Road Productions the Rocky Road Productions umbrella for all of the shows. We have Porch Talk with Shade and Shenanigans and Love and Success, as well as Vitamin D. This week there will be a great show for Love and Success, as always, and Vitamin D will be funny. So on Saturday at 4 p.m., go to the Rocky Road Productions Facebook page, tune in to Love and Success, and immediately following it will be Vitamin D. I also want to shout out the Southfield Falcons, GP from Vitamin D. His team, they are doing so well, you guys. It is an AAU team, Southfield Falcons. If you can, go ahead and look them up. And if you're in the area, check out some games. Or if you're in the area and you have a child 8 and under, go ahead and add them to the team. The Southfield Falcons is making it happen. I would again like to thank Lion Mane for coming on the show today. We had a great episode. And if you guys think the Lions can turn around, go ahead and drop your comments in a YouTube video or reach out to me there on the website in the comment section. It'll be great to hear from you guys as always. Follow him on Instagram. Again, that's at Lion Mane, LIONMANE _37. Right?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yeah,
so go ahead and follow him on Instagram, because that's where you will get a lot of pertinent information. Again, I will drop the link for you guys to be able to get that Superfan book. This is, again, one of the Lions' major Superfans. So I am very appreciative to have him on the show. And I want to tell you guys, thank you for tuning in and staying with us for so long. We are out.